I've had a few people ask me how I made the loop on this pendant that I was commissioned to make. This is called a Jumpring for those unaware, and they are actually surprisingly easy to make. In this case, I did one additional step to kind of borrow from the design language of blacksmithing, because I felt that that would be more fitting given the vibe of the piece. Anyway, I took some square rod and clamped it inside of a vise while holding the other end with a pair of these wire twisting pliers. These are kind of weird. They latch onto the metal like vice grips, and they have this spiral mechanism in the back that you can hold on to twist it. I like these because they take the guesswork out of twisting wire, because I used to just manually wind it with a pair of vice grips, but what I found happened every now and again was that the front of the wire closest to me would get tighter than the wire closest to the vise. There are ways to mitigate this, but again, these just take out the guesswork and they just work. Either way, after annealing the metal, I wrapped it around one of these transfer punches I had. Normally I use a wooden dowel, but I didn't have the right diameter on hand at the time, so I just grabbed one of these. Cutting these freehand is a bit of a pain, and when they're smaller it's damn near impossible, which is where the wooden dowel comes in handy, because you can just keep them on the dowel, then slice through the wood. Anyway, once cut, it's just a matter of using a pair of pliers to get it on there. You can actually bend them back and forth with a pair of pliers to work harden the metal and keep them kind of like tension in place. But I like to just solder them closed just in case because, I don't want something splitting open when someone's wearing it. I've used these twisted jump rings for a couple things that I've made in the past, and they're very small design elements, but I feel like these small things are very important when it comes to designing jewelry, or really just art as a whole. As if you're going to go 99% of the way there, you may as well take the extra 1% instead of, I don't want to say taking shortcuts or phoning it in, but like, just not going the extra 1%. In my case, if I had just used a standard, normal-looking jump ring, it would almost feel a bit anachronistic and kind of stick out like a sore thumb. This is probably the same for a lot of artists, but every single time I've taken a shortcut like that, I have immediately regretted it once I finish the thing that I'm working on, and I'll usually start messing with it, and then start a spiral of screwing things up until I may have to remake it. Art is fun. Either way, stay tuned next time for when I talk about bezels. I haven't really put out much stuff lately, and that's because I recently got a job working as a studio manager / video marketer for a local nonprofit art school. I'm still adjusting to this role, but I think so far it's going pretty well.